I'd like to thank the Speaker of the House, Chairman, elected officials, and honored guests. Nuwabish, it's a good day again. We as a tribal government, we're exercising our rights, and I believe that as well as we support our chairman, our elected officials, we need to support our legislators. So, it's my charge. Okay, well, let's all stand up, Mumbai. Let's honor God. Let's reverence God. And what you want. No, I wish it. Mahige Mark or Mark based this. It's my charge. The lock, but it's doing the council stance is Yidu, Bama Galu, Dilam, and it's no wish. We ask for the blessing. God, we're swearing in 2 new elected officials for the Crow tribe, God. No, God, we ask that you would give them wisdom as well as we ask for all our leaders here that wisdom, we ask for them that grace and mercy. God, give them the wisdom and knowledge to perform their duties as they take an oath this morning. God, we ask for the spirit of excellence. A home for this day, unity, peace. Amalekitski sapsaalogis iwaatsiliomanes nuaves ko agimolo ko wawa ko lady mlelakos ahogasilunu. Ma ibaiche let everything go right and good maigitski skopta itchi manuaves hem agum ekunalaga disi the machwes koleo keep us safe and protected also in Jesus' name. Amen. Now
thank you, Pastor. Before we go any further, I'm going to call up one of the head of the Reno district, Robert Pickett.
Okay. Now, this sealed Reno district legislators followed and points to at that time, that day, Yuspoja, Jerusalem, moves out. That we went ahead and go out this Thursday. The morning we shows up March, you're shaking. She could dress up legit, could at least wear something nice. The later gig, walking the group to respect him. Go all boys gig up here. There, Mom Sharon, I check out your boat. I'll get in the future. My beside you, Papa said you can he saw it. Mother picture, this is Korea check. You're with you. Oh, must be you go. Oh.
All right, so it's a good day, and we're gonna go on forward. We know that everyone's has their tragedies in their family, but let's remember that today is also a glorious day because we're gonna have 2 new senators. Right now, as I look at all of us here, we have 11 sitting here. After we get these 2 sworn in today, we have a quorum. We have to do any business this afternoon. Senators start thinking about that. But so it's good to see everyone here. After we get done, we've got food coming in too, so everyone's welcome to stay here and eat with our 2 new senators after we get done. So at this time, I'm going to call up the Chief Judge. Chairman, before the Chief Judge starts, is there anything you'd like to say?
All the legislatures, working together in Wyola, and we welcome these two new senators and look forward to working with them and for the betterment of all Crow people. And, congratulations, before you're sworn in. Thank you.
All right, Chief Judge. Lucille, from the coach, podium.
Repeat after me. This is the oath of office. I, Lucille Other Medicine, as newly elected legislator of the Crow Tribe of Indians,
I, Lucille Other Medicine, as newly elected legislator of the Crow Tribe of Indians,
do solemnly swear to serve the Crow Tribe and the Crow people with utmost diligence and honesty.
do solemnly swear to serve the Crow Tribe and the Crow people with utmost diligence and honesty.
And further, to the best of my ability, I solemnly swear to uphold the office of the legislator according to the duties and authorities as established by the Constitution of the Crow Tribe of Indians.
And further, to the best of my ability, I solemnly swear to uphold the office of the legislature according to the duties and authorities as established by the Constitution of the Crow Tribe of Indians.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Lucille Other Medicine, inaugurated today on February 15th of 2013. Afterwards, we'll let you sign. We'll take your seat. Mr. Stewart, you can approach the podium.
This is the oath of office. Repeat after me. I, Gerald Stewart, as newly elected legislator of the Crow Tribe of Indians,
I, Gerald Stewart, as the duly elected legislature of the Crow Tribe of Indians,
do solemnly swear to serve the Crow Tribe and the Crow people with utmost diligence and honesty.
do solemnly swear to serve the Crow Tribe and the Crow people to utmost diligence and honesty.
And further, to the best of my ability, I solemnly swear to uphold the office of the legislator according to the duties and authorities established by the Constitution of the Crow Tribe of Indians.
And further, to the best of my ability, I solemnly swear to uphold the office of the legislature according to the duties and authorities as established by the Constitution of the Crow Tribe of Indians.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So Gerald, Senator Stewart, your chair is now up here, so now you can take your chair up here in the front here. All right, now we're gonna set it up here to, get the signatures. So Senator, another medicine right here, Senator Stewart right here. So you can both just sign. All right, now the Chief Judge will place your signature on the document. All right, so you are now official with signatures, and thank you. You may take your seats again then. So one more round of applause for our new senators. As we're still waiting for, we got the meal catered for today. It's coming from Famous Dave's. So to my understanding, they're on the road coming over yet, so we'll be waiting for them before we start eating. So at this time, does anyone have anything they'd like to address? Okay, well, we'll call up Senator Stewart. You can give a speech, thank you speech or whatever, you can address the people now.
Oh, Kenny. 아베이치가 이것이다, 이라지오. 이것이다, 뭐, three branches of government, they look at Aichigash, the district there, the pro-child, youth, oh my, oh.
Senator Other Medicine?
I want to thank everybody that's here and that has supported me throughout the last month or two. I like to thank my family and the people that voted for me, and I will do my best for the Reno district as well as the community of the Pro Nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator, is there anything you'd like to say at this time? If not, then is there anything that anyone would like to say? Officials, secretary, vice secretary, secretary, all right.
Hello, Speaker. Congratulations again. It was good that we had no problems during the election process, and also the more people get involved in the whole election as a nation, that's good news for me, because then our people are aware of what they want. Not only what they want, but aware of their surroundings, and as a government, that's how we become stronger, as our people are more active in this role, whether it's legislative, judicial, or executive. Again, I want to thank you all, and for everyone coming too.
Thank you, Secretary. Vice Secretary.
Thank you, Speaker, Judicial, Chairman, relatives, friends, thank you. Congratulations, Lucille. Taking my seat, and I know you do a good job, and it's good to be part of this new constitution for the Crow people, and working together as three branches, and looking forward to helping everybody, all 13,000. And all 80, it's all okay, it's good. But Jim, but Bolashti, it's money, you are, hobbies, good self. It's all okay, I guess. I look at it, mark it off. So like a dog, I guess, in that branch, it is. Kumparakat na judicial executive mas kui take the Bobby's Gusta graduated but okay you oh
Chairman, I hate to impose, but if you could, you had some good news from your trip to DC this past week, so we could just give the people a brief report on your trip.
I was invited by Congressman Daines to attend a State of the Union address out of all 7 reservations in Montana and 11 tribes live in Montana. And all the people in Montana, each senator and congressman invite one person in, on behalf of the Crow tribe, and I was invited, and it was a great honor. And then the next day, Indian Health Service, Yvette Robidoux, we had a sit down Wednesday and Thursday. Indian Healthcare, I was chosen by Montana Wyoming tribal leaders to represent all the tribes in the Rocky Mountain region to talk on their behalf. And Indian healthcare, it's a big issue, and we all, IHS, just negotiated with MAGA, and I've seen it. We're at the bottom. IHS funding, we're at the bottom. Right above us is prisoners, above that is the federal employees, and then veterans. Hakashiri, all Indian tribes, and we're all in the same boat throughout the country. All the Indian Health Service, Balugas, and again, we're coming together to change that. And that's what in 2008 when Obama campaign, I want to fully fund IHS, and now we're taking that message directly to the president in healthcare. By May, June, contract health is Wale Hawi, and again we're working to improve that. And now we have a voice right at the table directly with the director of IHS, and again problems that here in Crow Country and throughout Montana and Wyoming. All the things that happen here, but I'll need your help with MAGA. If you have any issues with IHS that I needed in writing to address it with MAGA, IHS, they don't tell us what needs to be done. Again, I'm asking you to put it in writing and directly to the director. We have that direct connection to the IHS director, and they're willing to listen. And I got Dakota, Yvette Robidoux, she's Lakota, and especially Great Plains and Rocky Mountain. Baluik, is Dakota tribes, and then Montana Wyoming tribal leaders, Billings area, Aberdeen area. I got a healthcare report with it, so if you could, we'll send a message to DC that, we're behind, prisoners, they won't meet it, and so we're, Indian tribes together, and we gotta find ways to address our health needs well. Till noon, I was addressing, Yvette Robidoux, director of IHS, so, and then Daines is a Republican, so I had to go and talk with Bacchus and Tester and let them know that I wasn't Republican, but it was about business. They call it Nick Energy, deal with that. Coalport, which is you on the West Coast, and that's Daines, which you on, but we have that relationship. Bozeman Gogahu Daines, he grew up with Barney Staga, that's who he grew up with, and he has a heart for Indians, and that was on behalf of the Crow tribe. It was an honor to represent all of you there, and he is going to be he's the only representative we have in the whole state Congress. Like California, they have 56 representatives on Congress. In the state of Montana, we have one. he's gonna be our voice on the House side, and Senate could tester Baucus, Michael Sueda, so, you know, with that, a whole month.
Thank you, Chairman. Next, Secretary of the House, Senator Okro. We just got a call from Famous Dave, the truck is on its way, so I guess it's just now between, Dunmore and Hardin, so it'll be here in a few minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, when I was lead as a Secretary of the House, I wanted to personally welcome the newly elected into our House. We have so much business to take care of, the enrollment issues that Pat's been working on diligently. Pat's been working on a new gaming ordinance. And now judicial issues, and each of us brings a unique skill and knowledge to this House that we always help. We try to help. Veterans Affairs, besides our chairman, Gerald, because sometimes people forget about the veterans, especially here in our own home. There's a lot of issues that we have that we neglect. Social services, I had a visit with her just a few minutes ago, and she talked about a lot of the laws that we needed to amend to make things better. Like I said, I just want to personally welcome them to our House, and each and every one of you too. You're always welcome to come in. You have issues, don't be afraid to speak to all of us. And some people do, they come in and ask for assistance on certain issues.
Thank you, Secretary of the House. Senator Rivers. For your information, we're having everything live stream, plus it'll be on YouTube, so if you want to watch everything that happened today, you can go onto YouTube tonight, just type in the legislative branch on YouTube, and you'll have all of our meetings there available.
I want to congratulate Gerald, being elected into the mighty few. Usually we touchy, mighty few, touchy. I want to congratulate him and Lucille. We got a lot of issues on the table that's been in committees for like 3 years now. And we finally brought them out because of the new executive here is pushing. So we've been pretty busy. But I watched chicken the last month or so, and I'm pretty happy and looking forward to working with Gerald and Lucille and Ikchik. I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Rivers is the chairman of the gaming committee, so we're having a special session next Wednesday on the 20th to modify and finalize our new gaming ordinance, which has been sitting in committee for like, what he said, about 3.5 years now. So it's a team effort. What it does, the process of government is that the executive branch sends over department heads or employees that work with that certain field, and then they get with the chairman of that committee, and they work together. They say, well, this is good and this is bad. Let's put this in there, let's take this out. And they go to it's a process though. So it takes a few meetings and a few months. You know, and then that's when, once they get done with the finished product, that's when we call for the session. So then that's the process though. The government process is everybody coming together. The government process is everybody coming to the committee meetings, and then that's when you have your questions or comments then. And then when we have the finished product, that's when we call the session and then vote on it. So the time to speak up and get involved is when we have the committee meetings. And we have our calendar in our office there for everyone, just like for Senator Alden here. Every Wednesdays we have enrollment committee meetings. So if we have any issues involving enrollment, come on Wednesdays. For gaming, we've been meeting every day for about a month now to get this gaming ordinance done, so that after we get that done, then the executive could send their attorneys to the governor of the state to get a new compact for us, so we can get a better deal for our gaming. So it takes a process though. So at this time, I'm gonna call up Senator Goes Ahead of the Arrow Creek District.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members of the body, and Chairman, Vice Secretary, and congratulations to Senator Other Medicine and Senator Stewart. It's a good addition. Now we have 18 senators now, and we're all gonna have to hit the ground running with this positive change team. We have been hitting the ground running because, just like everybody was saying, we have a lot of issues that we need to address, and we are doing that. So, it's good. So I'm gonna make a report on, I'm the Land Purchase Service Land Committee Chair, and also the Revenue Chair. But I'm gonna make a report on the land service, what's been happening just the past week or so. And it's from a drop of a hat, that we've been working on this, and it's for the fractionated land purchase buyback from the COBAL. And so we are number 4 in Indian country in the state of Montana to buy back land, fractionated lands. So we want to be the pilot program. This pilot program is to purchase all the fractionated lands that allottees have. Remember, some of them have, there's about 50 on one land. So I know some of you are part of that fractionated land. You might own maybe half acre or something like that. But what they want to do is that they want to sell it back to the tribe. Your little share, you get your fair market value. And so the tribe, what they want to do is get this majority back on that piece of ground, that piece of land that you have ownership of, and they want the tribe to buy that back on behalf, and it's going to go into trust immediately. It's what the Department of Interior representatives, John McClanahan and Tony, I don't know what that guy's last name is, Tony Walters, they were here and they met with the legislature as well as the executive branch. And so this report was just on Tuesday, February 12th. We met with them at the Little Bighorn College Culture Center. And so there's a lot of good things that are happening. At least we're going to get our some of our land back into the tribe's name. And so the appropriations for the Crow tribe is $103 million. $103 million is what it is. And we want to be the pilot program. See, the executive branch, the committee, I forgot the name of the committee that, what was that committee's name? Remember blaming them?
Land management department.
Yeah, land management department. They have been coming over and we sat down at a drop of a hat, like I said, in a couple of days. We just, but we already have a plan of action. We already have some points for priority lists that we are going to follow, and that was already handed over to the Department of Interior representatives that came over. So, that's good news. Not only that, working together is what makes it happen with the executive branch and the legislature. That's where it goes hand in hand, like we've been emphasizing that. And it seems like now the Crow tribe is waking up to that. It's just like a marriage, You can't make decisions without the wife, because the wife turns the man's head, right? But anyways, it's just like that with this executive branch and the legislature. To make I don't want to get into some stories here. I've seen a few that they had to get picked up in front. Their wives had to come in and They, you know, a lot of us, you know, we drive our own cars here, but some of these guys get dropped off. I don't know. I'm not gonna mention the person's name. He said, well, I'll see you guys later. And you know, about 20 minutes later, I went out the front door, he was still standing. Lots you left 20 minutes ago. But anyway.
What a word.
There's a point there. Who wants a second man? No second, so that's overrated. But regardless, you know, we have like 4,800 tracts of land on the Crow Reservation that we want to get on behalf of the tribe through this fractionated land. So there's 103 million, but there's also a indirect cost of 15% or so that we need to secure. And I believe, if I may, Mr. Secretary, AJ, he was there also, as well as Vice Secretary Sean Backbone. But before he left the meeting, that he made a recommendation that we want to 638 this, so that we would be in control of this money, as well as the indirect cost. Otherwise, I believe the BIA will be in charge of the indirect cost, the overhead cost of 15%, which is quite a bit of money. So, you know, that's the report, and we showed up front at the drop of a hat. They called, I believe, DC, that they were going to come on a Friday, and we were prepared and ready for them by the Wednesday they came, showing that the legislative branch and the executive branch, we are working together to make this happen, and we want to secure the pilot program on behalf of the 13,000 plus Crows. So that's the report right now, and if there's any further reports, we will let you know, or call us, or get a hold of us here, just like the speaker here was emphasizing, as well as the Secretary of the House. Come in and ask us questions. You know, we ain't got nothing to hide. This is yours. It belongs to 13,000 Crow people. So you are more than welcome to come here and ask any questions, and we can help you. And if we can't, we don't have the answer, we will try to find the answer for you. So that, I hope.
Thank you, Senator. Just to reemphasize that, all the tribes are in competition to get this money to be the pilot program. They want to see what's going to work. So they visited Pine Ridge, they visited Blackfeet, and they visited Northern Cheyenne. And they want to see which one is the most stable tribe right now. Because there's a lot of money that's going to be coming to the tribe. So when all the senators came together with the executive branch and met every day, Monday, Tuesday, then we were ready Wednesday because everybody had a team effort. So we went in with the Department of Interior and everybody came in and they seen that the executive branch and the legislative branch were working together. That's when that gentleman, Mr. Walter, said, well, it looks like we're gonna have to recommend the Crow tribe to be the pilot program, because from what we've seen compared to the other tribes, the Crow tribe is the most stable right now. So, good thing. I'd like to call up Senator Stewart. I know he's got some words to say. He was at the meeting as well, and he had some good words to say in that meeting. So, in the future, the land department, any of you who own fractionated land, you can go to the land department, they'll start having applications to buy land. So just get the word out there. Senator Stewart.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I just want to, first of all, greet everybody that's in attendance, everybody on live stream, Mr. Chairman, the executive officials, and I want to congratulate my big brother Gerald here in his new road that you're on today. You know, it's a good road, and you're not alone, and we'll all help you. There's a lot of people here that will work with you, and I'm glad to see that Junior's got somebody to talk to now. Lucille, congratulate you, and I wish you the best in your position. And again, I extend my cooperation to the both of you. And I congratulate you one more time. And I just want to speak to the issue of, I serve as Natural Resources Chairman, as the Infrastructure Chairman, and I serve as the Secretary of the Gaming Committee, as well as the Secretary of the Land Service Committee. So there, and I do serve on the other committees as well as a member. As far as things are concerned, you know, you probably read the papers, you're looking at all the different things that are going on, and I want to extend that effort that's going on, that we just now closed out the largest coal deal in the nation, not just the Crow Nation, but the U.S. nation. We're talking about a 1.4 billion ton deal, and I know, you know, a lot of credit is being given, and it's due, and that's where you have to give credit, and that's because of the Positive Change team. We needed an executive branch that's willing to work for the people, so if you can give them a round of applause. That's why we're here today, working together. And without that cooperation between the two branches, and all the branches, you have judicial, you have the legislative, and you have the executive. If they don't work for the people, and if we don't come together on whatever matter it may be, then we do you an injustice. And that's wrong. The good book says, the Bible says that a house that is divided will not stand. And right now I'm pleased to tell you that we're standing together. We're standing together for the people. It's not about this branch or it's not about that branch, but we're making strong effort to stand together to make something happen. And right now we're on the verge, back-to-back coal deals. We're on the verge of different things that are coming up, and we've got a lot of potential opportunity. And again, the Crow tribe is open for business, and it's good to say that, knowing full well that there is something to look forward to. For 3.5 years, we sat here on the defense, and it was tough because everything we got, everything we passed, it got vetoed, it got ignored, it got pushed away. Everything we tried to get established, it didn't work. So there's no cooperation there. And now that we have the executive branch working with us, now we're able to make these monumental deals. Now we're able to look forward to something great for not only our children, not only your grandchildren, but our grandchildren's grandchildren in the future. And that's who is most important here. That it's not about us anymore, it's about them. And we gotta continue to think that way and preserve what little we have left. If you've noticed, we say we have 2.4 million acres. The white man has everything around us, and he even went to the moon. And yet, he still wants your land. Now, we're on the forefront. We're here to protect our sovereignty of the people, and every day we're under attack. So we don't disregard our elders, we don't disregard our youth, and we don't disregard our position. But we stand together to move forward for those ones that can't speak for themselves. That's why we're here. Again, I congratulate you, and I ask that the Lord watch over your positions and guide you for your people in your districts. We were going to get to a very good piece of news today that some of the senators brought out. I forwarded the email to the executive officials. Right now, as we speak, Cherry Point Coalport has signed a deal with Cloud Peak for 16 million metric tons, and they're going to come out of coal. Wow. The Crow tribe is going to be the first Indian nation to be shipping to the international market. And again, that's because of the positive change team, that's the effort that we made, that's the cooperation that's moving forward. And those are the monumental deals that are going forward today. This is all coming forward in the effort of cooperation. We have these companies coming in, they feel comfortable. They feel comfortable to come sit down with us, and they want to talk business. And we have the expertise, we have the pro-tribal members that understand, we have better questions, and we have better answers. And again, we're investing into the education of our youth, so in that way, they will be able to take it further. And again, I thank you. I thank you, and I think the food's almost here, so I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Speaker. Thank you again.
Thank you. Chief Judge, any few words from you?
Thank you for having me here. I'm very honored to be here with everybody and be part of the process of moving forward. I want to welcome both candidates as they start their new path and their new road. I'm very proud of both of you. It's going to be a good process. And I'd like to confirm that you can come in anytime and talk to the senators. I came in the other day, looking for some money for the judicial branch. And they sat down, they heard me out. And it wasn't a fight. It wasn't, they're willing to help as much as they can. And it's true, you can come in and talk to them at any time. You don't even have to be here, you see them on the street, anywhere else. The process is a lot better than, and it's improving, and I'm proud to be proud of that process of moving forward. And I want to thank everybody for being here, and I'm thankful that we can all work together, whether we see eye to eye or not, and get things done for our people, because that's why we're here. We're in an elected position. We're here for our people, not for ourselves or anyone else outside of Crow Country. Thank you.
I don't know if you all recall, we just got through budgeting a bonus from the Cloud Peak, the first bonus. And the process was, it was kind of fairly new to all the senators too, because we're not used to being involved with anything that the executive does. When it comes to the budgeting stuff, it's usually just brought over here. But now, the executive branch said, well, this is what's gonna come in, you guys get together and see what the needs are. The senators got together, and then different departments came over, just like the chief judge, what she had said is, she had just come in to talk, and we were already meeting on that. And she said, we need some money for the courts. We're gonna be short on our funds. So I told the chief judge, well, come on, you timed it just right. We're talking about this bonus money. Come in now and make your request. We can start writing everything down on a board there, what the needs are. Then at that same time, Head Start is short of funding. And they needed funds too. So they came over. We told them, well, get it down on paper, make your request, show them what you're gonna use your budget for. Once you write it down, then we put everything down, we send it over to the chairman, and he's the one that says yes or no. But at that time, the chairman said, well, whatever you guys feel the needs are, go ahead and work it out. So that's when we said, well, Head Start needs money. Head Start, we don't want to lose our Head Start program. And the issue was the building. So when we got that bonus, We said, we'll give 200,000, was it 200,000 revenue share?
Yes.
To Head Start, was
Yeah,
it? So, we put that down. And then judicial needed their money. Legislative branch, we asked for some too, to cover for us, because we had been working with the past administration, our budget's always been cut every year. So finally, we said, well, we need this money so that we can start kind of building into our branch as well. So when all three came together, the chairman, myself, and the chief judge, and said, okay, this is good, then everything was passed. I don't know if you realize that we passed the budget in how many minutes in December? Was it 8 minutes? And then we did, what was the next thing that we took, the Cloud Peak deal? How many minutes did that take to finalize? It was about 9. My secretary said 9 minutes and 16 seconds. You know, but it's teamwork. When you work together, then everybody gets on the same page. They understand the needs. They understand that they have to help each other. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's not about 18 senators and 4 executives just sitting around drinking coffee. It's about 24 elected officials coming together and saying, what shall we do for all of you, all 13,000? That's what it's about. And you're seeing the progress. You know, and that's how that's how it has to happen. You know, we have to work together. And that's the best thing that can do for us. You know, and each of you that are out there, even that are watching on the live stream, you know, get in touch, ask your senators, ask questions, and we'll give you any information we can. There are a lot of good things coming. Last year I kept saying it's going to be a good 2012. Now I'm going to start saying, it's going to be a good 2013. The more people that say that, the more of us that stay positive and say good things about each other, the more of us that say good things about the nation, that takes us to the next level. And we have to get away from this trying to complain about each other or put each other down, because that's what keeps us down. Once we start building each other up, then we all bring each other up. Say, for example, basketball. Everybody's in basketball mode right now. You know, tell our kids, tell your athletes, enjoy yourself. Don't get mad at them if they miss a shot. Just tell them, enjoy yourself, you're doing good. When you do that, that relieves the pressure. I had to go to Hardin High School this morning to sit in on a government class. And the kids were talking about government issues and everything. And the Crow kids were kind of quiet until the end. They said, we have one question, sir. And I said, yeah. I said, what's your question? When we get older and we have kids, is there going to be a reservation for us? And that was an awakening I had this morning. Our kids that are in high school are wondering, are they going to have a reservation in the future? So that's something we're going to have to look at. We got to keep looking at how can we protect our home. Senator Coverdale keeps saying we got to recertify, we got to get our treaty out and reclaim it. And I think that's senators, after hearing that from our youth this morning, Senator Coverdale hit it right on the nail when he said that. So that's something we're going to have to concentrate on, maybe by April session. We got to reclaim our treaty to make sure that the United States government understands that we're going to stand behind this treaty because they're the ones that made the agreement with us. And we have to hold them to the agreement. The treaty says free education and free health care. This is what I said last year to the IHS officials that came from DC. Why is the budget issue pertaining to us when in the treaty it says free education and free health care? When you guys are short on funds, it should pertain to anyone who's not a Native American. But the Native Americans are the ones who you promised free health care to. So if you're short on money, it's because of your own people. But as for us, we should have the best health care. Because that's why you have a Bozeman, Montana, Livingston, Park City, Columbus, Laurel, Billings, Miles City, Sheridan, Cody, and Buffalo. That's why all those places are there, and they're supposed to give us free health care and free education. If you can't fulfill your obligation, maybe you should give those back to us. So that's what we have to remember. We've got to stand behind that treaty. We have to teach our young to understand what we're here for. Our young, they have to learn our Constitution and our treaty rights. And what I like about now is when we went into this meeting with the Department of Interior, with the Land Surface and the Vice Secretary and the Secretary, we didn't go in there asking for anything. We went in there and we told them we want to be that pilot program. We didn't ask, can we be the pilot program, please? No. The Crow Nation no more. It's not going to be like that. From now on, we have to understand that we've got to assert ourselves. But I'm encouraging each and every one of you, take that home and teach our kids to assert themselves. When I go to the schools, I don't like it when I go into a class and I see all the Indian kids sitting to the back. Then you have all the other kids sitting to the front. Tell your kids to sit in the front and pay attention. I tell that to my sons. We have to beat them at their own game. Okay? So I encourage everybody. Education, use it. We have to use it. So I'm trying to talk as long as I can because we're waiting for the truck when it finally arrives. So I guess Jackie said last time the truck came and got lost and it was parked down over there by the old Comerc and all the dogs were around it. They couldn't get one because they couldn't get out of his way. So then I guess I'm going to chase the dogs out of his way. It looks like our food is here, but thank you to everyone. All right, Chairman's going to address.
Today, before the end of the day, I'm going to submit a request for a special session for the Westmoreland deal. March 5th will be the day we bring it to the floor. We're going to work with our resource and committees to bring that to the floor. And it's, it also addresses the 1.9 that was advanced per capita payments. It also addresses that that the last administration got 1.9. We recouped that in a way where I'm going to submit that today and then it'll be March 5th.
So thank you. So there you have it. See, Westmoreland has been in the process of renegotiating. You've had the executive branch and the legislative branch coming together. But we learned by going through the Cloud Peak deal page by page. The senators here learned because we had to read that whole contract page by page. And one day we read probably 27 pages. You know, Howard keeps calling me. You guys can tell Howard I'm talking. But, you know, but we learned, and the senators learned that, hey, we're learning the coal business. And right now, the Crow Nation, they're number one in the coal business. Just like what Senator Stewart said. Your coal, by 2018, your coal is going to probably go into China. And in China, your coal is worth about 100 to 122 a ton, I believe. 120 a ton. Whereas over here, we get $9 or $10 a ton. So like I said, good things are coming. So it's, we encourage, we want to get our kids involved. We talked about employment. That's a big issue. We want them to follow our TARO laws and our Workforce Protection Act. But at the same time, our kids have to be educated to get those good jobs too. So that's why I'm encouraging you. Get your kids. We've got a fine college right here. I graduated from there. Me and my sister, we kind of go round and round. She graduated from the University of Wisconsin Law Program. And I told her, I don't care where you graduate from. I graduated from the best college in the nation. But we go in college because I can do anything I want too. So, you know, I'm proud. I'm proud. You know, we have to be proud. We've got to utilize our college. It's a fine college. Get them to go to class though. When I go over there for meetings, I hear the teachers saying, well, hardly kids come to school. They only come to school when their Pell Grant comes in, then we don't see them anymore. We've got to get our kids away from that. So let's get our kids going though. They're our future. The chairman had a social function, round dance this past weekend, and it was good to see all the kids there. The kids were safe. They were at the multi-purpose. They were inside the building enjoying themselves. And it felt good to see all the kids were safe. The parents were at ease. And the visitors that he had brought over didn't want to quit. They went till 4:30 in the morning, and they still wanted to go till the sun came up. You know, because they liked the feeling here. They liked it that the kids were here. You know, so we've got a lot of people that want to see good things coming, but it has to come with all of us. You know, so the food's here, so at this time, I'm going to ask Senator Kirkedarm to pray for the food. Everybody follow our two elders here, and then all right, we're gonna get the serving spoons so you can line up. Senator Program, I'll be there, Ron.
All right, Lucille, Gerald, I didn't know we have a little policy. You're full and ready. Collective business, yeah.
So I'm the one that usually fills it up, so. Come on, Jeannie, yeah.
Thank you.